Hello again. Another video of me eating ramen for some reason. Feels like something to do. Today's is Mike's Mighty Good Tonkatsu ramen. No idea anything about this company. The insanely rich broth made with organic noodles. Mike's Mighty Good, we believe in good food, good ramen. Oh, craft ramen, because you put craft in front of it, you can charge more. Craft ramen for a new generation. Taste the difference and savor the good. Sure. So, one cool thing about this is that it comes with both a seasoning packet and an oil packet. So, that's something that when I was in Japan, you saw a lot of times with prepackaged noodles that they would have multiple types of seasoning to go with it. So with this one we have the little Tonkatsu seasoning packet and the little oil packet. And again, you know, typography, people, come on. If you're gonna put words on something, make them readable. You know, it's so designed you can't read it. That's awesome. So the noodles themselves, I really can't tip the camera to show you these, but they look anemic, and they don't really look like ramen, but they did come in this nice little ball, which makes them, you know, it gives the appearance that they're more handmade or whatever, but I'm having trouble getting them separated. They're wanting to stick together. So, let that go there. So we got the noodles, and that's just literally, at this point, noodles in hot water. So we'll try the Tonkatsu seasoning. And on the cup, they show all these delicious, you know, slices of pork and sprouts and all this stuff on it. Obviously, you're not getting that in the cup. That's the serving suggestion. But at least on the back, they do tell you, if you want your ramen to look like this, here are the things to add to it. But again, if you're going to take the time to make char siu pork and everything else like that, then why are you eating instant noodles out of a cup? So, okay, so we put the seasoning in, stir that up, put the oil on top. Okay, the oil smells just like straight sesame oil, which is awesome. That's a great top for noodles. Sesame oil is one of those things that, you know, there are a lot of recipes that are just elevated by the addition of a little bit of sesame oil. So, okay, doesn't smell bad. There's just not much going on. Again, the first word I thought of was anemic, and that's kind of what everything seems to be so far. But I'm going to taste the broth first because it's, again, their whole point is it's insanely rich broth. So, give that a try. Okay, not bad. I don't know if you need to use insanely, because that kind of implies that it's going to give you a mental health condition if you know, eat it, but whatever, works for you. So, the broth's not bad. Try the noodles and broth. Crap. How do you make a noodle that disgusting? It literally tastes like library paste and just no, that's not even ramen. That's not even, I know they're going for, you know, the handmade thing. Ramen has a snap and a chew to it, and you can slurp it because it has a springiness to it. This stuff, again, it's not even wanting to separate. You see at the bottom there, it's still holding together. It is doughy. It's bland. It doesn't even taste like just flour. It just tastes like bland. It's like solid bland. If you could take blandness and solidify it and make it a noodle, that's what it tastes like. The broth is fine. The broth is not insanely rich or anything, but it's not awful. And if the noodles were just basic, all I can figure... So if you go back in the history of the Momofuku, who invented instant ramen, he realized you had to fry the ramen. So you take the ramen, he invented chicken ramen. You have to fry the noodles. That's what makes them instant and good. So you can pour hot water on them, then they come back and they keep their texture, they keep their flavor, they taste good. This is someone basically going, we don't need to do that. So they make these things that possibly these could be decent noodles, but they're not meant to be dried and rehydrated in just boiling water. There's no secondary cooking step, and that par cooking is what makes successful instant ramen work. This tastes like nothing. There's no texture to it that's good. There's no flavor that's good. It's just boring and lame. And again, this idea that you're going to convince people, oh, it's healthy, so it doesn't have to be good, that's silly. It's not any more healthy than the other ones. It's just a bad example of them. I'm going to try one more mouthful of these noodles. I'm going to drink some more of this soup, and then I'm going to stop because these are not worth eating. No. The noodles, as you're chewing them, I swallowed that whole lump whole without chewing it. Because as you're chewing it, it becomes a gooey mass of just dough. It's nasty. It's not, the mouthfeel is disturbing. The flavor is awful. The soup's fine. And if they had put normal noodles in with the soup, it would have been acceptable. Mike, with your insanely rich broth, come on, really? So I got these from Meijer. That's where I think they carry them and all this. I am not a fan, cannot recommend. If we're going to do a 10, 1 out of 10 stars, these are 2, because at least the broth is good. But the noodles have to be the foundation to good instant ramen, and these noodles are garbage. And I think I'm going to go shopping now and try to find some noodles that are worth eating. So, bye.